at what age is the right age to do Botox? And this is not the right question to ask. The right question to ask is, at what moment do you feel that you have lines that you want to prevent from getting deeper? So this is a very beautiful young lady, and we did Botox for her in February of last year. She looks younger today than she looked when she came last time. You can see the pictures here. This is where she was before. And now this is in motion. You can see her frowning, and even when she's frowning, you can still see the lines on her forehead when she's not raising it. So those lines were present there before. You can see the lines here when she's not really moving. The idea is that you want to make sure that you are preventing the aging, but you're not overdoing it. What do I mean by overdoing it? When you try to remove every single wrinkle, and you do it sometimes too often, before the muscle has the ability to regain back its function, and you do it for a long period of time, you start developing atrophy. And people don't understand that. Just like when you exercise, you have to make sure that you use all the muscle groups. So too, when you relax, you have to adjust it based on the person's physical mimicry, how he uses his muscle, mimetic muscles. Once I had a model, a lovely young lady. She used to pay for one syringe like that, $1,000. It was in the city. Sadly, the person, well, we won't talk about whatever. Anyway, one of the world's most famous Botox injector. So she had someone inject her. She paid for that person $800 for a syringe, but one line did not go away. When you build machine katut, one line didn't go away. So she went to the other doctor, and he was able to first time get that wrinkle away. Second time, the same thing happened, and he was unable to get that wrinkle away. And she came to me to try and solve that problem. Probably took me an hour and a half. I was looking here, I was looking there. I could not understand it. It was probably about 10 years ago. And then what I realized, because she was not able to move her forehead, so how could she have developed a line? What I realized is she does not need to do Botox. She actually needs to take a break. She was doing too much of the Botox. She developed muscle atrophy. The muscle and the fat and the bone work in synergy. They require something from one another. Once you don't use the muscle, you start developing atrophy of the skin, of the fat, even of the bone. Because when you tug on something, it feels that tension, it feels that need to become stronger. If you stop using it, we know what happened to those cosmonauts or astronauts, whether you're speaking Russian or English, that go into space. Their bones are also atrophied, not only their muscles relate to gravity. The same thing happens with Botox. So what I'm saying is, you can start early, but that doesn't mean that you have to do it every 3 months, which is the duration of the Botox, or every 4 months. You need to see how it goes for you. And you need to know at which point you need to come back. And I think this is an example of the perfect time to come back. The first time I did Botox for myself, I was 29 years old. It was before the Botox was approved. I was doing my fellowship at the University of Pennsylvania. Dr. Leonard Zuber, who wrote the book, the first book on the Botox and other wrinkles for the face, did the Botox for me, and it was a little bit strange. It felt like someone tied something over my forehead. Did you feel that also? No. Well, because we did it gently for her, but that was how we were trained to do the Botox. He did a beautiful job. Next time was 2002, when I went after my second fellowship on my own. I injected myself in the mirror, and then 2004, and then 2006. So I did it every 2 years after that. So you don't have to do it every, 3, 4, 5 months, the Botox. It depends on the situation. But when I was collating my photographs, I'll actually show it to you. When I was collating my book of cosmetic procedures, I went ahead and, here it is, and took the picture of my forehead raising up and frowning. And I used the picture from 2006 and compared it to the 2004 pictures. And I was looking younger. This is not unfortunately showing it, This is both because I had to keep 2006. But I looked much worse in 2004 than I looked in 2006. And the only thing at that time that I did to myself was the Botox. And this was without the fillers. So anyway, I also did a little other stuff to myself. This was my neck. I did my own liposuction on my neck in the mirror. The nurse held the mirror and I was doing my neck liposuction ceremony, and you can see. You didn't know that? No?
No. That's
So
awesome.
so I was like, I'm a little crazy. So this is my neck. Now you can see it's not bad. I mean, I'm 51, so it's not bad. But yeah, it's hard to do it to yourself. But
Not 51
my
yet,
staff
doctor.
my staff was helping me. Yeah. All right. So let's go ahead and we're gonna draw it and we'll analyze it. So let me show you how we are analyzing it. So there are a lot of different neuromodulators on the market, and you can choose any of them. The difference really is between the Dysport and the other ones, being the function that the Dysport diffuses a little more. And the number of units in a bottle are 300 in the Dysport and are 100 units in all the other vials. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to actually draw it. I'm going to draw on the areas where we'll do and we'll see it. So when she's raising this, the anatomy is different in different people. When she raise up, you can see there is a small indentation here. So unless you want to cause her to have a significant atrophy in here, and I see a lot of that happening, you don't want to inject, in her case, in this area here. This is relaxed. This is lifting just because of this muscle over here lifting. The muscle here is very, very thin. So you want to be very careful and either inject very little or not at all there. Raise up again. So you can see it kind of falls like that here. All right, so she's got a little bit lifting over there, and it depends what she wants to achieve. Do you want your brows lifted or no? Before I didn't used to mark as much, but I think it really helps when you analyze everything. And it doesn't have to be exactly symmetrical because none of us are symmetrical exactly. All right, raise up. Yeah, so here, for example, I'll need to use a little more of the Botox here than before. Raise up. Yeah, and here it will be 5. So this entire area gets a little more than the other side. Raise up. Yeah, here it will be the same. It will be 5 and 5. Wonderful. All right, take care, everybody. Stay healthy and safe. Be good, do good things, and make good come your way.